friends, happy Tuesday. So today we're learning all about recycling, and your reading instructions for today say read a book about the earth or taking care of our earth, and then we're going to make a list of things we can do to take care of the earth. So we're going to learn all about what recycling is with this book. This book is called Sam Helps Recycle, and just by looking at the cover, who can we tell that Sam is? Sam is probably this dog right here. This dog is called a golden retriever. So the name of our author is Judith Bauer Stamper. And let's see how Sam helps to recycle. Hi, my name is Sam. I'm helping Maya and her mom recycle our trash. I hear Maya calling me now. Got to go. So look, I see two people in this picture that are putting, it looks like some bottles, some plastic bottles into a box with this symbol on it. This is the recycling symbol. It's 3 arrows going around and around. So looks like they're going to start recycling. Let's see what that means. Some of our trash goes into garbage cans. The rest goes into recycling bins. Maya has a big stack of newspapers ready. Wait a minute, I have to get that newspaper. I hid it behind the bushes. I'll add it to the stack. So it looks like he's helping bring the newspaper, and they're going to put all of these into the recycling bin. Cans and glass bottles are next. We put them in a separate bin. Hey, they're throwing away my dog food? No, it's okay. Those cans are already empty. So you can recycle empty cans and glass jars and glass bottles. So we've seen paper recycled, newspaper, and metal things like cans and glass. Plastic goes into the last bin. I run to get a bottle I left in the yard. I don't want to litter. Litter is when you put trash on the ground, kind of like when we used to eat snack in outside in the courtyard, and some people would leave trash on the ground. That was called littering. When I come back, I get a surprise. My food bowl is in the recycling bin. Why are they throwing my bowl away? Why do you think they're throwing his bowl away? Can you see it? It looks like he probably chewed it up. Sometimes dogs like to do that. So they're going to recycle it. You can recycle plastic things. Before I can save my bowl, Maya calls me to get into the car. She says we're going to the recycling center. We're also bringing old batteries and unused paint. It's not safe to keep them around. So look at all the things that they can recycle instead of throwing away. That's awesome. In some towns, sanitation workers pick up the trash on one day and recycling bins on another day. Where we live, we do recycling ourselves. Maya's mom starts the car. Here we go. Maya's mom says that each person in the United States produces more than 4 pounds of garbage each day. That's enough to make more than 60,000 truckloads of trash. That is a lot of trash. I wonder, where does all that garbage go? Let's see if he's going to show us. Oh my goodness. I will soon find out. We drive by a huge landfill. My nose can smell it a mile away. Do you think that all this trash smells very good? No, I bet not. Maya's mom tells me that a landfill is a deep hole dug into the ground. It has a lining of clay and plastic at the bottom. The lining keeps the rotting garbage from leaking into the groundwater. So, are landfills very pretty? Do they look like you would want to have those one close to your house or in your yard? I would not. They are not very pretty, and I bet they stink. There are big bulldozers pushing huge piles of garbage that have been dumped at the landfill. The trucks pack it down with their wide tires. So look, the landfill has a bunch of stuff, a bunch of trash that people could have recycled. I've heard Maya say that there's just too much trash to put in landfills. That's why we have to recycle paper, plastic, cans, and bottles. All these things can be reused and turned into new things. I'm glad we're at the recycling center, but I'm still worried about my food bowl. And I bet you, would they let their poor puppy go without a food bowl? No, I'm sure they're going to get him a new one. I watch while some people put their newspapers in a big container. Then Maya and her mom dump their newspapers. My paper goes in too. So look, is it a good thing that they're recycling? Yes, they're putting it in the recycling bin, and maybe they're going to show us how it's going to be changed into something new. When things are recycled, there's places where they take old newspapers and plastic and glass and they make something completely new out of it, like a new jacket or a toy or something, instead of it going into the nasty landfill where it gets gross and stinks. A sanitation worker comes over to pet me. He tells Maya that recycling paper saves lots of trees and lots of energy too. He explains that our recycled paper gets packed into big bags that go to a paper recycling factory. All right, so the newspaper that they recycled, this is what they do with it. They pack it into these big cubes, and then it looks like they do something with it on this page. What does this page say? At the factory, the old paper is turned into pulp. Then it goes through a machine that turns out miles of new paper every day. So what they do is they get the old paper, they chop it up, and they mix a little bit of water and other things with it, and then they roll it out flat and let it dry, and it turns it into new paper. So instead of putting all these newspapers in that yucky landfill trash pile, they can take the old paper and turn it into new paper. Next, Maya's mom adds our bottles and cans to a big pile. A front-end loader scoops them up and dumps them into the back of a truck. It makes a horrible racket. I wish I could cover my ears. Here he is. He's saying, "Yelp." The worker says that the bottles and cans will go to a sorting facility that separates the glass and the metal. Then they go to separate factories to be recycled. So her job is to sort through all the cans and all the bottles. At one factory, the glass bottles are crushed and melted into a liquid. Then the liquid glass is poured into molds and made to make new bottles and other products. The cans go to a different place. Before they leave the sorting center, though, they are crushed together into bales. Then they are taken to a factory that recycles metal. Recycled cans are made into new cans that can be recycled all over again. So they just reuse them and reuse them and reuse them. Maya's mom unloads the plastic last. Oh, and remember what was in the plastic bin? His food bowl. And he's saying whimper. He's crying. Where is he? There he is. Maya's mom unloads the plastic last. I see my food bowl sitting on top of the pile. The worker tells us that plastic bottles take up a lot of space and in some landfills, they may never decompose or waste away. So when you throw away a plastic bottle, it sits in that nasty landfill for a very, very, very long time before it turns into something else. So that's why it's really important to recycle plastic. He says that the plastic is sent from the recycling center to a factory. First, the plastic is cleaned, then it is chopped up into little pieces. Finally, it is melted down and made into new plastic products. So they took these old chewed up plastic and plastic bottles and they turned them into these nice, pretty new plastic bottles. On our way home, I worry about my food bowl, but I still feel good about recycling. When I go into the house, I get a great surprise. Maya shows me my new red bowl. She points out the recycling symbol on the side and she fills it with food. So if you ever see that symbol on something, that means that it can be recycled. So if you choose it up again, or when he's done with his bowl, they can recycle it instead of throwing it away. While I'm eating, Maya and her mom talk about other recycled products. Maya's notebook comes from recycled paper. Some clothes are even made of recycled plastic, and even some playground surfaces are made from old tennis shoes and rubber tires. Ah, did you know you can recycle your old tennis shoes? After I finish my food, I head straight to my doggy bed for a nap. Recycling is a lot of work, but it's worth it. So, we learned all about recycling and ways that you can help recycle. They recycled metal, glass, plastic, and paper, and some other things. So I want you to get out your journal and make a list of things that you can do to help take care of the earth. So find a clean page. These are some things that we've already done. Oops, is that the next clean page? Yep. All right, so find a clean page. Get out a marker or a pencil or a crayon or something you can write with, and make a list of things that you can recycle, maybe around your house. You could write plastic bottle. You could write maybe a glass jar that your mom is throwing away. Maybe it had tomato sauce in it that you were eating for dinner. Anything, your mom and dad can help you with this list, but I want you to write down some things that you can help recycle at your house or anywhere. Have a good day.